What's up guys, welcome to the video. I'm just going to try and finish up all the little races I haven't done just so I can build my money up to do some work on cars when this new update drops. It's supposed to be pretty big. Drops in 3 days. I think on November 4th. It'll be pretty cool because of what you can do. Pretty much following the style of Forza Horizon. It's gonna be pretty cool. Finally adding more wheels to the game. I think I got about 3 mils saved up so far. And I still got a couple playlists I haven't done. And they're supposed to add some pretty cool islands. It's gonna be like a playground, has all kinds of cool stuff you can do, just like how they added the Hoonigan Island. So right now I'm headed to do the Ferrari playlist. Well no, actually I'm doing the Maui one, sorry. The Ferrari one will be next. The Maui one only has one race, but I think it's a 10 to 12 minute race, depending on how good of a driver you are. So, I'm not the best of drivers. But hopefully I can knock it out in 10 minutes and start on the Ferrari one.
Let's see what's coming up.
Really wish they would have made this car as
Attention, all
like
festival goers! As you already know, MOTORFEST has
I guess
expanded
like
across the
a
Hawaiian
race car and
archipelago.
such,
We still have
so I can have
plenty
more
of
power
adventures
than
to share
just
with you, and
under
we'll
200
continue
miles
to
an
do so
hour,
for a long
because this is
time.
just a
So,
main
we clearly
rally
needed a new
car.
place. And what a wonderful
Cool.
place that is. Welcome to Maui.
Or even like a drift car with the same body style setup. It looks really good.
Tour of the island to map out the area. Here, mountains give birth to bamboo forests and beaches are as red as the fire of a raging volcano. This island is ready to reveal its beauty, and that's what this playlist is all about. We've also put together challenges and side activities to explore every nook and cranny of the island.
See, I gave this game a good little break, so I've got a lot of playlists to do. I've been doing a few of them over the past 2 weeks. So I played it pretty hardcore when it first came out, and when the new island came out. Just never did any of the playlists, but there you go, doing them and building the money up to do that big update this week coming up. cared too much for this Porsche. I tried it out, didn't want to buy it on here. Just never really liked it. I think I have a couple other editions that are the same thing, just from winning stuff in the car pass. But I just never really wanted it. I've been getting a lot of views on my crew playthroughs, well, live streams mainly. This is going to be my first actual video, but if you guys like it, just like and subscribe, and I'm going to continue to upload more, and I'm doing all kinds of random games as well. If y'all have suggestions, I'll play them. I've got a lot of Steam games and PlayStation games. Kind of new to the YouTube scene. It's like playing video games, and thought just to share my playthroughs and see where it goes from there. I'm going to try to start talking more and get used to that. I ain't really talk too much in my live streams. I did upload a truck simulator video, one of my first videos I uploaded, and I did talk in there, but it was mainly with my friends. But I'm going to get better at it. Any suggestions? I'm always down to try new games, suggestions, or I might even have a game that y'all want to see. I did attempt to play that new RV There Yet game, which was pretty fun. Mainly, I think it's probably good with friends online, just because it just dies so easy from snakes and bears. And I definitely will do some more American Truck Simulator. Play the American Truck Simulator with a pretty good setup. I use a wheel and truck shifter and all that stuff. Have a pretty good, decent setup. I'll talk more about that whenever I play ATS. Yeah, just enjoy this pretty good game right here. I suggest everybody to buy it if you haven't. It's a great game. Been playing it since it came out. They always update and do all kinds of cool little events. car definitely does not like corners at high speed, as you've seen. "12 minutes ain't bad." Well, a little over 12 minutes. 45k XP. Good money right there. 75, and then I think it's 75 whenever I completed this one race on the actual page itself, on the playlist itself. So easy 150.
There's a reward vehicle waiting for you.
We'll take a fast car, get there quick, collect the money. Ooh, did not want to turn right there. was out and about today and seen this exact same car, lime green color. It's pretty cool to see in person. You don't really see too many Lamborghinis in the Tennessee area.
A new playlist means new adventures, driver. A new playlist just opened up.
So yeah, we'll do the Ferrari one next. The only ones I have left is the Ferrari, Off-Roading Addict Volume 2, Red Bull. I think that's it. I only got 3. I did the luxury one on live stream. Took 2 live streams to do. And then I just finished that one. So yeah, let's get to it.
Today is a red letter day. You're signing up for one of our most exclusive experiences to date. A partnership with the quintessential sport. Car manufacturer Ferrari, the prancing horse. An alliance that will for sure go down in MOTORFEST history. To be your guide on this pilgrimage through excellence, we've invited our resident scholar and authority on luxury cars, the MOTORFEST archivist. Sir, you're up.
Thank you, dear. Hello, driver. Pleased to meet you. As your lovely on-board assistance device just mentioned, I'll be your chaperone for this playlist. Although chaperone perhaps isn't the right word. More like a host, I believe. Well, this is not my usual job, but it is Ferrari we're talking about, so, well, how could I refuse?
My name is Michele Pignatti Morano. I am the director of the Ferrari Museums. Here we are where there is the birthhouse of Enzo Ferrari. Each Ferrari is different. Each Ferrari was the best in the world in design, performance, technology, putting all the best in one single car. Ferrari is a legend. It's just exceptionally full of excellence.
This is Ferrari Supercars, a partnership with the Enzo Ferrari Museum of Modena.
Well, I guess it's best fit to get a Ferrari
Another
to
activity
drive. Just what Ferrari do I want? Let's see. Ooh, go old school. This is probably one of my favorite classics. This one's pretty nice. And that FXXK is nice. I think we're going to go with the Red Bull one.
Fates.
There's a particular kind of Ferrari we're going to speak a lot about today. The Ferrari
That wasn't a far drive.
The car you're about to drive in this opening event is none other than the first Ferrari in the supercar bloodline, the Ferrari GTO.
The first supercars that we can define is the GTO. GTO was very simple. If we just start from the name, it was Gran Turismo Omologato. The definition of supercars is very simple. It's the top expression of that period in design, performance, technology, putting all the best in one single car of that period. People call it the 288 GTO, but that is not the correct definition. The definition for that car is the GTO. Punto.
Very good looking car.
To Ferrari, supercar is a term that refers to milestones in motoring history. All supercars are limited series and the product of Enzo Ferrari's philosophy, aiming to make every new model the best car of its time. That means that every new addition to the lineage is the embodiment of leading-edge research that sets the standard for cars worldwide. Drive all the Ferrari supercars on this adventure. But for now, just enjoy the collector's piece that is the Gran Turismo Omologato. Or, like Mr. Pignati Morano said, simply GTO. This car is, in essence, a special version of another iconic Ferrari, the 308 GTS. And, as intended, it is one of the fastest street-legal production cars of its time. Interesting fact from my archives. Three-time racing world champion Niki Lauda owned one of the few GTOs produced. A gift from Enzo Ferrari himself.
It actually handles surprisingly well for how old of a car it is. I mean, I know it's not dead on from what it would be like in real life, but it is. Handles pretty damn well.
Beautiful sight. Takes me back to the Legacy Tour Ferrari organized back in 2024. A GTO tribute tour set in the stunning surroundings of the Italian Dolomites. Organized exactly 40 years after Ferrari introduced the supercar at the 1984 Geneva Motor Show. But enough from me. Just listen to the car you're driving. She'll tell you her story herself. Welcome to the world of Ferrari, my young friend. A world where legends live among us to tell their stories loud and clear. I was delighted with that introduction. You may now head towards the northern part of the bay to make the acquaintance of the next two supercars in our Ferrari lineup. You heard me right. The next event will feature not one, but two cars for you to drive. On one hand, the inspired and inspiring Ferrari F40. And on the other hand, nothing less than a road-legal Formula One, the Ferrari F50. You're here. Mr. Pignati Morano will start with a few words, then I'll take over.
Well, you know which one I'm going to take. The F50. That one's the best looking one. Just don't like the arch of the hood on that one. I mean, the arch is about the same, but more or less the hood makes it look really good. And how the body kind of slenders down by the doors compared to the older style right here. This looks absolutely better.
The Ferrari F50, a bridge between road and racetrack.
The F50 is a car that is made to celebrate the 50 years of the company. It's a car which is basically very much taking the technology of Formula One to the road. It's basically a Formula One with covered wheels. You look at the shape, you look at the front, you can really see the shape of the musetto of a Formula One, and the emotion of driving it is just incredible.
Let me tell you more about the Ferrari F50. Often thought of together, the F40 and F50 are yet very different cars, each one fascinating in its own individual way. It's true they bear some similar design elements and, of course, a naming convention. F for Ferrari and 50 for the prancing horse's 50th birthday, just like the F40 a decade earlier. But the similarities stop right there, because these two siblings are defiantly individual. The F50 is a mechanical symphonia. No turbocharged V8 here. The F50's core is a normally aspirated V12 that came straight from a Formula One. Then there's the bodywork. Composite materials, like the monocoque carbon fiber chassis shaped to aerodynamic perfection. Again, all coming from the racing world. An extreme machine. Bold, innovative, intimidating. That sound. It was impressive back then. It still is today. And the car's voice sounds even better from inside. I could ramble on about this car forever, but I'll let it speak for itself now.
Hey, 40's driving dirty.
This was the F50, a sports car that screams performance and racing spirit with every fiber of its being. Expected at the Hanalma racetrack. But first, let's get there with panache. Another special car is waiting for you. Tried two of the 20th century's most popular Ferraris. But when it comes to beloved machines from the 80s and 90s, there's another red horse that undoubtedly comes to mind. The unmistakable pop culture icon, the Ferrari Testarossa.
When you ask people which is one of the most iconic cars that people remember, I think the Testarossa is definitely among these cars here. The technology that is inside, easily distinguishable from the side which has the fins. It is one of those cars that everybody remembers. Testarossa is very simple. Translated from Italian is testa, head, rossa, red, so the red head.
More or less an iconic movie car in my eyes. That's all I know it from.
Testarossa was quite the celebrity in her time. Movies, TV shows, magazines, and even video games, the Testarossa was everywhere, appealing to kids and adults alike. With its angular design, minimalistic lines, and signature side air intakes, this car was a poster child for aerodynamics. precise. The exact model MOTORFEST has put in your hands is the 1991 re-engineered version of the Testarossa, introduced as the 512 TR, featuring a redesigned interior and a refined exterior to improve its already spectacular lines. Looks like you're getting the perfect stretches of road between Maui and Oahu to take the whole measure of it. A breath of fresh air and nostalgia. It's time for you to get a real taste of Ferrari's racing DNA. The drive that gave birth to the supercar bloodline. And for this racing-themed experience, I went again through my archives to select not just one, but two vehicles for you to drive, one after the other. Two machines from two different eras, for two different racing experiences.
Scuderia Ferrari in our history is extremely important. Scuderia Ferrari was created in 1929, not far away from here. Enzo Ferrari himself was a driver. He started as a driver. So he created, and to stimulate the drivers, he was giving them and putting them in the best condition with the best car possible. Scuderia Ferrari was so successful. Enzo Ferrari has conquered the world from Maranello. This is an achievement which is unique and really makes the brand unique.
Scuderia is what started it all. To understand what fuels the creation of every Ferrari ever made, especially the supercars, the racetrack is an indispensable stop. Racing cars were Enzo Ferrari's passion and obsession. This is what led him to found a Scuderia in 1929, which has played a major role in racing history. And born from this racing division, Ferrari as a brand and factory of excellence was created a few years later. Racing is what led Ferrari to create cars, and eventually, supercars.
This is a great car. I'm glad they let me use my actual personal car on here.
No Ferraris as we know them.
Surprise, normally in a playlist you have to use a loan vehicle. I don't know if it messed up or if it just allowed you to have our own. That's why it looks so different, not the typical Ferrari red.
365 GTB4 is the perfect vehicle for you to experience Ferrari racing as it felt back in the 70s. Before switching for a car about 45 years its junior.
You don't handle too well.
For this second lap, you'll be driving the FXXK. This car is quite peculiar. Essentially a laboratory-enhanced version of La Ferrari, a supercar you'll get to meet later on. It didn't compete, per se, but this insanely powerful car was used for years as an R&D test car, allowing Ferrari to collect precious data to ultimately improve their next official racing cars, as well as the supercars. So extreme that it can never be driven on the road, nor qualify for any kind of official competition. But it's still a racing machine through and through. More than a car, the FXXK is an experiment for its makers and an experience for its drivers. Was a peek at Ferrari's glorious racetrack heritage, a heritage in which supercars are inextricably tied up.
Alright guys, that'll conclude this episode. Come back with another episode finishing off the Ferrari series. I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Shoot me some ideas. I'm down to play anything. But thank you guys. Y'all have a good day.